Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll really help the channel out, and it'll get you more videos like this every day. Let's get started. And our first one comes from throwaway account 4990. Am I the beehole for ruining Christmas and being upset that the only gifts I got from my family were joke gifts? Some background. My family likes to play pranks with Christmas and birthday gifts. It's nothing new. I, a 21-year-old female, as well as my 5 siblings, from 29 to 37-year-olds, have all been pranked on our birthdays and on Christmas, and usually it's one or two gifts. This Christmas, though, I was the only person to get all joke gifts. For example, I unwrapped a map book for my brother, but when I opened it, it was just some chocolate, which I don't eat, so I gave it away. And the MacBook was actually given to my sister inside a bag she wanted. Another gift that I thought was a book I put on my Christmas list was actually just a book cover put on a dictionary. When I asked my mom about the book, she told me she gave it to my sister-in-law. This went on with each present my siblings or parents had given me. AirPods was just a charger block, adapter, gift cards were used and had zero balance, a card with Monopoly money, and so on, totaling to about 12 joke gifts. I realized I went on my way to get everyone something they wanted or they'd like, but I didn't get anything. At this point, I was bummed. So I went to the living room to watch TV with my boyfriend. At dinner, they were all talking about how much they loved their gifts, and when my dad asked me why I hadn't said anything about mine, I said there wasn't much to say. Everyone but my boyfriend laughed, and my mom said it was no big deal, as everyone else also got some joke gifts. I told her every gift I got was a joke gift, and that the ones they got were also followed by the real one. My dad told me I need to relax as I'm making a big deal about it, and I have next Christmas to get the stuff off my list. Not wanting to go back and forth, I told my boyfriend I wanted to leave, and we could spend the rest of Christmas break with his family, then go home. My family got mad and told me not to go and to just stay because it wasn't serious. I left and put my phone on Do Not Disturb during the drive, and by the time we got to my boyfriend's house, I had several missed calls and texts from them calling me names like ungrateful, sensitive, and childish. They said I ruined Christmas and made my parents upset because I left. The next day, I exchanged and opened gifts with my boyfriend and his family, and one of the gifts I had gotten was the book I wanted. The book my mom pretended to gift me. I posted it on my Instagram story, and not even 0 minutes after posting it, my sister sent a screenshot of my story to the family group chat, and they basically got mad at me for leaving and telling me I ruined Christmas over some presents. They told me I owe everyone, especially my parents, an apology because my mom spent New Year's sad because of my actions. Now I just want an outside party to tell me if I'm the beehole here. Am I in the wrong for being upset about the gifts? And for leaving? After reading their messages and sitting on this for a few days, I'm now feeling like maybe I was upset over nothing and need to apologize to them. Gonna edit, as there may have been some misunderstanding. My Christmas list didn't include expensive gifts, nor was I upset I didn't receive any expensive gifts. I was merely upset because of being pranked, with everything I got being the only person who didn't get a real present, that is all. Another thing I'll address is that I didn't do anything to my family which would warrant them doing this. The last big argument I had with my sister, which was over a year and a half ago. Thank you for the replies, and I will try my best to reply to comments while I'm at work. Editing once more, to add I participated in joke gifts when I was a kid. I haven't participated in the last 10 plus years because I do not enjoy it, nor find it funny, which they do know. I will reply with more info if needed when I'm on break or have time to reply. And I am familiar with the term scapegoat, but truthfully don't understand, so I'll be researching that as well. Hi OP, that is such a bummer that happened to you. And your guys' version of joke gifts really sucks. Our version of joke gift is we'll get you the gift, but we'll, wrap it in a sweater or we'll put it in a box that's too heavy for it. Like I usually like to get gift cards to Steam, so they'll wrap it in, sweaters. My sister bought a bonsai, not a bonsai thing, the garden. You move the sand around. It's supposed to be calming, and you stuck it under the thing for that. That's our joke gift. We get you what you want, but you get a little surprise in there too. But yeah, you are not the beehole. I'm 100% with you. I don't know why your family did that to you, and why are they acting? You pointed out that you pointed out that they didn't get you a single gift, a legit gift, and they're acting like you're the bad one, and they're, telling, oh, it's no big deal. That would piss me off more too, and I'd want to leave. I mean, come on, they couldn't get you the book. It's a book. How much could a book be? Like, I get not getting you the laptop, which that's mean, man. Giving someone something expensive. Like, I've seen a couple of those with PS5s, and that sucks. And then you get like socks or something. But usually when they do that, they get you the expensive thing, you know? Um, yeah, they couldn't get you a book. At the end, people are saying scapegoat. Why would they want to make you a scapegoat? What's going on with that? Maybe I'll read the comments and see why that term popped up. And another thing that irks me is, so you didn't want to fight, which, yeah, that's good. There's no point in fighting. It wasn't going to change anything. They weren't magically going to feel bad for you and then give you the presents. And I get that, it's not about the presents. Because, like you said, you wanted a book. How much could a book cost? I don't know, 20 bucks? It's about the disrespect and how they didn't give you a damn thing. And everybody else got stuff they wanted with their joke gifts. I assume that's how joke gifts work for you guys. You joke with them and then you get them what they want. I still don't understand why they did that to you. It's your family. It's not even your boyfriend's family. Hell, your boyfriend's family treated you better than your own family. But I believe you handled that part well by disengaging and leaving because there was no point in arguing. It wasn't going to change anything. And the audacity of them. Oh, you ruined Christmas. Mom's sad for the New Year's. Who the hell cares? She got everything she wanted from what it sounds like, or at least a couple good presents that she wanted. And they're putting the blame on you? Again, scapegoat. I'm gonna go look in the comments and see if I can figure out what's going on with that. Also, that part about, oh, we'll get you it next year or try again next year. I don't have much to say about that, but I think that's rubbing salt in the wounds from your dad. That would get under my skin. I went digging and didn't find anything on the scapegoat part, but I'll give you some advice, OP. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't go next year. I would just go to your boyfriend's family, I said it before, go where you're wanted, not where you're tolerated. And it sounds like your boyfriend's family actually give a crap about you and bought you a present you would like. You should be able to enjoy your Christmas. So next year, I wouldn't bother with your family. I would just go to your boyfriend's. I saw some people saying go no contact in the comments. Maybe, because, wow, they're really cruel to you. Maybe that part. Keep that in the back of your head. Watch to see what happens next time. Because even if you did go there next year and they got you legit presents, they would try to, jab at you and say, oh, we had to get you presents this year because you acted so immature and childish. They would make sure to make that next Christmas terrible for you, OP. I would go to your boyfriend's for, every Christmas from here on out. You don't deserve to be treated like garbage for no reason. And our next one comes from Male Maleficent Piano 840. Am I the beehole for not attending my fiance's dad's funeral because I was uncomfortable with wearing a hijab? I, 27-year-old female, have been with my fiance, a 29-year-old male, for almost 5 years now. He is South Asian, Muslim, but was born here in America. While I'm white and Christian, he is not very religious, but I'm fairly devout in my own faith. His family is also fairly religious, and his mother and sister both wear hijabs. We live on the West Coast, but both of our families are on the East Coast, but my family lives in the South, and his family lives in the North, so they are far away from each other. This is all relevant. The two of us flew out to visit my family for Christmas and New Year's. We flew in on the 22nd, and the plan was to stay until the 2nd. When we were flying back home, his dad had been fairly sick for a while. And just a day after we arrived at my parents' house, he passed away. This was unexpected, since he had been doing better recently. Obviously, my fiance was devastated, and instantly booked us both flights so that we could attend his funeral together. We would have flown out on the 24th, so the flights were very expensive. Booked last minute as well. Of course, I was sad to miss Christmas with my family, and parents were very disappointed, but I was happy to go and support him. However, a few hours before we were going to fly out, he informs me that I'll have to wear a hijab to enter the mosque for the service, and would not be allowed to go to the graveyard either. I didn't feel comfortable doing this, so I told him I would rather not go. I figured if I couldn't attend a service, I might as well stay with my parents, so we could still do Christmas together, and he could come back to join us. This was a very hard decision for me to make, but my parents helped me a lot in making it. My fiance seemed okay with the decision and left without me, although before he left, he asked if I could just come and not attend a service. He attended the service, and he hasn't come back, and told me on the 29th he'd be doing the New Year's there, and hasn't messaged me since. His sister, who I've always been close with, texted me and told me how disappointed she was in me, that what I was doing was wrong. I don't think I did anything wrong, since I couldn't attend the service anyway. She also said I shouldn't have at least paid him back for the flight that he got for me, but it was almost $1,000, and I simply can't afford it. My fiance makes almost 5 times as much as I do, and his family is also very wealthy. So I know the money is not an issue. My parents agree with me and said that it was important to spend Christmas with them, especially since it's the first after being engaged. They also think it was wrong of him to completely abandon me and our plans for New Year's. My sister said I should have gone anyway to support him. Am I the beehole? Edit. I would like to just mention that my parents, and me as well, wanted him for New Year's to show him their support since we're his family now too. Not to party or anything, and plus, his sister posted a picture of him, her, their other sister, and his childhood best friend all laughing together and captioned it, "Making sure your brother brings in the New Year's with 3 women who love him the most, probably because she knew it would make me upset. So it's not like he couldn't have spent New Year's with us." Edit 2. I wasn't being selfish at all. I understood that his needs took priority, but I just didn't think there was any point in going if I couldn't attend the service, especially since he was supposed to come right back, and I could give him all the support he needed. If I had known he was going to stay longer, I would have flown out to see him. I'm respecting his needs by allowing him to have as much space as he needs, and allowing him to spend time with his best friend despite the fact that he knows I don't like her, and it's not like I'm unwilling to make sacrifices for him. Edit 3. My objections to wearing the hijab wasn't strictly religious. I understand that it wouldn't make me any less Christian, but it just felt wrong, and it made me feel uncomfortable to participate in something I don't believe in. Yes, his best friend did attend the service, and yes, she did wear the hijab, as well, even though she's white and Catholic. However, I understand that she was also very close to his dad, since she knew him most of his life. I recognize now that I still should have traveled to be with him and his family, and that spending Christmas with my family wasn't as important. However, this was my first Christmas engaged. The first one without my grandfather, and my family was already looking forward to celebrating this new chapter. My parents also expressed concerns that we wouldn't be able to celebrate Christmas together since my fiance doesn't celebrate it, and they're afraid it wouldn't be as important for us. So, it was a soft sort of sensitive issue for everyone. I was trying my best to keep the peace. OP, this is bad. This is really bad. You're the beehole 100% OP. Just put on the fabric, who cares? You're engaged to this guy, and he's having a tough time right now. His father, who I assume he loves dearly, is gone from this world, and you're acting like a brat. And you know what? This dude seems like a really nice guy. He understood you didn't want to wear the hijab. You should have just worn the fabric. It's fabric. It's not like he's asking you to convert to his religion. But he then says, "Can you please just come with me? And you don't even have to attend to wear the hijab. Just be there for me." Like, I get it. I would, wow, he gave you a perfect way out, and you still went on like a brat. Or, a beehole. And this part where you say, "I wasn't being selfish at all. I understood that his needs took priority." No, you didn't. He said, "Can you come with me?" Which means, hey, I need you to be there with me and to support me. You were being selfish. You were 100% being selfish. And you didn't care about his needs. You only care about your needs. You act like you can only have Christmas on the 25th. After all of this, you guys could have come back and celebrated Christmas in the new year. Who cares? His father is gone. You should have went. And I'm glad his sister was there to have her brother's back, and his friend was there. Personally, if I was him, I would seriously be thinking about this wedding to you, OP, because you failed him miserably when he needed you the most. It sounds like he should have went with his childhood friend and gotten married to her. I don't know if she's married, but I'm just saying, she's, Christian and all that, and had no problem putting on the hijab and being there for her friend. Why is the friend being a better wife than the fiance? That doesn't make any sense. And looking at all these edits, OP, I don't care how you're trying to justify this, you were in the wrong. Every time you posted any edit, you were making it worse, OP. I'm hoping that your fiance has a good sister and a good friend, and they talk to him and make him consider who he's engaged to and who he's going to marry. Because a situation like this happened with my brother, and his wife was right there with him when we went to the funeral. So yeah, she did what she did the right thing. You failed. If I were in your fiance's shoes, I'd probably call it off. It would show me that you're a very cold person and you weren't, and I'd want to marry someone who's going to be there for me, not someone who's going to act like a childish brat. Yeah, P, you're the beehole. I was thinking of wrapping it up there, but I'll do one more to, bring the mood up a little bit. Oh, and before I read this last one, sorry about the voice or anything like that. I am having a sore throat or about to get one, and it's kind of rough to talk. So, this last one's going to be short. So, let's do this. Our final one comes from Beautiful Explorer 36-3. Am I the beehole for picking a revealing bridesmaid's dress in order to get one of my bridesmaids to drop? So, this has been a long time coming. My soon to be husband has a sister. Let's call her Mia. Now, Mia and I do not click very well. I am polite, but I wouldn't say we are friends. I feel like I was forced by his family to make her a bridesmaid, or she'll be sad. I'm going to be blunt. Mia is fat and very insecure about it. This has led bridesmaid dress shopping to be a nightmare. Never could find something she wants, and all the other bridesmaids and me liking it. So I gave everyone two options to vote on. One was getting a dress that can be styled in multiple ways or picking from a collection. So everyone matches, but they will need to pay for it. Option 2 was, I will buy everyone's dresses, but what I chose was final, and my final decision. My 5 bridesmaids voted and options 2 won, so I picked out a blue strapless dress with a mini slit. I really liked it, and I knew Mia would have an issue with it. I sent a picture to all the bridesmaids and confirming the right sizes before ordering it. This is where it blew up. Mia was pissed. I was picking a revealing dress, and this resulted in an argument where she thinks I'm a huge jerk, and I told her she can step down if she has issues with the dress. She tried getting the family on her side, but everyone knows I gave them options, and had watched me struggle to find something everyone wants. Edit. She voted for the option where I pay for the dress. I truly didn't ask her, since her and mother-in-law announced she was one of my bridesmaids at a family gathering. The only way to keep the peace with the whole family was basically giving her what she wanted. I have also gone to 4 different shops to find a dress for everyone. Hi, OP. I'm gonna go with you're not the beehole. It's your wedding. You're the brides. You're the bride. You should be able to choose who you want to be your bridesmaids. And that's your husband's fiance's sister, right? Couldn't he have just made her one of his, groomsmen and got her a little suit and all that? I've seen that, where, vice versa. It can be done. Why not do that? Because you obviously didn't want her in the group, and that's really messed up that they just forced her on you like this. And you shouldn't have to cater to one person. Again, it's your wedding, and you shouldn't have to cater to one person and let them affect the whole group. I've been in a situation like this. I'm not cool with this person anymore, but they were obese. Like walking from one end of a store to the other end of the store, this dude would be done, and you'd have to give him a couple minutes to breathe. And when you have to go to a restaurant, you couldn't just go to a restaurant and sit anywhere because you have to take into account his girth. And so booths were out of the question. So I can understand how annoying it is to have a super big person with you. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't feel bad for that type of person because I was a big boy growing up. And I eventually roped that crap in and got in shape. And, I have some guns now, which is really nice. But sorry, I digress. I think no matter what you did in that situation, OP, she would blow up at you. If you told her, hey, no, I don't want you as my bridesmaid, her and your mother-in-law would be on you. Um, and yeah, this is probably the best way to do it. If she's got a problem with it, let her step down. Because I really think, even if you sat there and told her, and you came to her like an adult and explained everything and your reason why you don't want her as a bridesmaid, they would find a way to make your life hell. So, not the beehole, get the dresses. They sound great. If she has a problem with it, oh well, it's not her wedding. She wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place, in that position. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end of this video. Can you please do what I said in the beginning and like, comment, and subscribe? It will really help the channel out, and it'll get you more videos like this every day. Velvet out.